Okay, so this is your final math review packet, and I wanted to go through these question by question for you so that you could take a look and make sure you understand how to do these and stop, pause, rewind, etc. Number one, and with math questions, we always want to try to figure out what we're being asked first. And in this one, they put it right at the beginning. What must be the annual income of a borrower who wishes to qualify? So they want to know how much money a borrower needs to make. And then they give us the payments that they're going to be making, and they're using these qualifying ratios. So they have a principal and interest payment of $1,075, taxes and insurance of $200 a month, and monthly recurring debt of $625 with a car payment of $250. And it says the lender is utilizing these 28-36% ratios. So when we talk about those ratios, remember the 28% ratio is for housing expense. Just housing. So the housing expense is going to be principal and interest payment, taxes and insurance, the things that affect the house payment. The 36% ratio deals with housing and debt. So what those two ratios mean is that we can afford to spend up to 28% of our monthly income on housing expense, but we can also afford to spend no more than 36% of our monthly income on housing plus debt. So when we look at a question like this, we really need to start grouping these things together. So we've got a monthly loan P&I payment of $1,075. That's a housing expense. So we want to put that in the housing in the 28% column, the PI payment. But it also goes over here in the 36% column because housing's on both sides. So we've dealt with that. And then we have taxes and insurance of $200 per month. Well, taxes and insurance are a housing expense, so it goes on both sides. Monthly recurring debt of $625. Well, debt only goes in the 36% column. And a car payment of $250. Alright, so we've got a car payment of $250, which is also debt, so we're only going to put it on the 36% side. Well, that takes care of all these things. So, if we were to total these up, that means we need to spend $1,275 on the 28% side of the house. And on the 36% side of the house, we need to be spending $2,150 a month. And we got that just by adding these all together. Okay? So, our formula, our T-bar, looks like this. On the top, we've got our affordability, or our payments, how much we can afford to spend. On the bottom, we have monthly income, and we have the ratio. The ratio being either the 28% or the 36%, depending on which side you're working with. So, we want to do both of these. We want to divide the $1,275 divided by 28%, and we want to do the $2,150 divided by 36%. We want to look at both of them. So, $1,275 divided by 28% is going to equal $4,553.57. $2,150 divided by 36% is going to equal $5,972.22 a month in income that we would need to make. So remember, in these questions, you are the lender. They're asking you, which borrower do you prefer? Do you prefer a borrower who makes $4,500 a month, or do you prefer a borrower who makes $5,900 a month? And I can tell you that any lender on earth is going to prefer a borrower who makes the $5,972 per month. Sorry about that. Sorry, my computer is jumping around here on you. Is going to prefer that you make the higher amount of money which is $59.72. $5,972.22 is what they're going to prefer that you make. Now the question asks us though, what was the annual income? This would be monthly, so we would need to take that monthly amount of $5,972.22 and we need to multiply that times 12 months. And if we do that, we get $71,666.67 annually. That's the annual income that would be required in order to qualify for that loan.